It's that time again. Time for another Doug special. I hope you're enjoying these. I'm kind of enjoying making them. So anyway, I see a lot of people are watching them, so that's cool. That's what I'm doing it for. Anyway, um, was eating an apple today, or a little earlier today, and came across something. I don't know if you can see it. Little seed that was in my apple, and kind of reminded me of a story about sowing and reaping. I'm sure if you've been to church or read the Bible or have anything like that, that you probably aware. Maybe you've probably heard about sowing seed. I mean, it's a law. I mean, it's kind of like the law of gravity. It's a basic law. What you sow is what you're going to reap. In other words, you're going to plant an apple seed, you're going to get apples. You're not going to get pumpkins. Okay, just not going to happen. So things produce after themselves, after their kind. It's just the way God created things. And so, something we all know and maybe we take for granted a little bit. But a little more to this that I want to delve into. I was also listening to Jim Rohn. It's probably been a couple days ago, and he was kind of talking on this, and maybe that's why it was in my mind. And when I came across the seed, it just really, resonated with me or whatever. But one of the things that he said was that his mentor Earl Schoaf told him the same principle in a little bit different way. He told Jim, what you reap is what you've sown. That's a little bit different than what you sow. I mean, it sounds different, but I mean I look at my life and I see kind of what's going on there, and I wonder, I see what I'm getting, and sometimes I wonder, well, is that what I've sown? Apparently, it is, because that's generally what we reap. And here's the other side of the coin that we don't think about much, or at least I don't think about very much. What do you see here? A seed? You see an apple seed, right? Well, some people would look at this and they would say, there's an apple tree right here. Okay? And how many apples are going to come from this single seed, this single apple tree? Who knows? Only God knows. I mean, there's a lot. Okay? There might only be a few seeds in the apple, but how many apples do you get out of those seeds? Quite a few. Again, more about sowing and reaping that we don't necessarily look at, and maybe we don't think about, or I should say I don't really think about so much. The fact that I may sow just one seed, but this one seed can produce thousands of apples. And when I in turn sow seeds of discontent, or I don't know, anger, or things that I say that might hurt somebody. I mean, just that one seed could produce multiple times over. That's something I don't think about very, very much. So I'm trying to really watch about the seeds that I sow. I want to invest in the lives of others. And I guess that's, again, why I make these videos. That's why I live the way I live. It's why I try to be happy every day, and I try to talk positive in the mirror to myself. When I'm driving down the road, instead of people, when they cut me off or whatever, I try to say something nice to them. I try to just keep a good positive attitude, because I know that I'm planting seeds. And those are the kind of seeds that I want to come back to me many times over. So, think about something. What is it that you could possibly do today? What kind of seeds could you sow today that are going to make a difference tomorrow? Happiness, joy, that smile. It's the little things like that you can do on a daily basis, and to help you to be, successful, I guess. And I guess to me, success isn't necessary. I mean, it's whatever it may mean to you. I mean, if it's money, great. If it's fame or fortune, or if it's in the area of having, your family all around you and in your relationships, I don't know, whatever success happens to mean to you. For me, I guess success is just knowing and feeling the satisfaction of knowing that I've done something. I've lived my life the very best that I could each day. That's, I guess, success to me. And I think that as I do that, other things will come my way. I mean, do I want more money? Sure, I'd like to have more money. I'd like to have enough money, whatever that may be. There's always things, I guess, that I'd like to have. Honestly, I'd like to be back with my family again. That's a big thing to me. That would be a measure of success, that I could, see this job through and make it back and be with them, and have healthy relationships all the way around with everybody. That would be successful to me. A successful job here and a successful run at what I'm doing here in Iowa. So, but while I'm here, I think that there's things that I can do. There's seeds that I can plant and invest in the lives of others. And to me, success also there is, somebody telling me that when my time comes to an end here, you know what, Doug, thank you. You really made a difference in my life. Maybe that's success with these videos. Maybe somebody is touched in such a way that, I don't know who or where or when, that they're just touched in such a way that, somebody says, I really appreciate the things that you said. Seems like it was just for me. That to me would be a successful video, So what can you do today that will make a difference for your tomorrow? Because keep in mind, in order for things to change, you have to change. In order for things to change in my life, I have to change. Because things, if I don't do anything different than what I did today, tomorrow's going to be a lot about the same. If I get up hating my week, my day, like tomorrow, dreading the day and waking up and hitting my snooze alarm and just basically getting up and having a poor attitude and going to work that way, guess how my day's going to go? Pretty crappy, most likely. All right? And then if I wake up the next day with the same feelings and everything else, guess how my next day is going to go? Pretty much the same. So there are things, the little things that you can do that you can change, because you dictate your day. I dictate my day. I make a choice on my attitude. I make a choice on people's attitudes around me, I guess. And so, I don't know, if I don't do anything different today, it's going to basically be the same thing tomorrow. And that's not necessarily what I want. So for me, in my goals and in the daily things that I do, I want to change. I'm trying to change my body, all that other stuff that by now that I'm trying to do. And I'm trying to support other people and make a difference in someone else's life. So, I work out for my benefit, and I put a smile on my face for my benefit and for the benefit of others. And I've really tried to turn off my TV and not watch so much TV and read, which is the hardest thing for me ever, because I don't like to read. And it's just not my favorite thing, but I'm learning so much reading. And there's so many things, and I listen to YouTube videos all the time. I mean, when I work out, when I'm, just around the house working, I'll turn on YouTube and listen to it. And there's also some times where I just don't have anything going on, and it's just quiet. And I got to tell you, those are some of the hardest times ever, because, I'm a very social being, and I don't like it quiet. I've got little movies and stuff of my kids fighting and just little things that I, from back at the house and things as they were growing up, and I play those sometimes just to have noise, just to sound like my kids are here. They're not. And it comes to time where, there are times when it's just me. And it's honestly some of the hardest times when it's quiet and it's just me alone with my thoughts. That's a difficult time. It can be. But I'm learning to cherish those times, and I'm learning to really try to understand my thoughts and to bring peace and to have a plan of action, things that I want to accomplish, and how I can maybe, address those things and I don't know, make a difference, I guess. It's just a plan of action time. And so, because I want things to be different tomorrow, I take steps. I make these videos, oftentimes for my benefit, because sometimes I'm one of the ones that watch it again. Maybe it's something that I'm going through that I just need to hear. I mean, I don't know. Anyway, success to me is doing little things every day, over and over and over, that make me happier than I was the day before, that make me better than I was the day before. That as I sit back and I reevaluate my day and I see, here's where I went wrong. This is the one thing that I wish I could have changed, and I wish I could have done a little bit differently than what I did. And maybe tomorrow when I'm faced with this particular situation, maybe I'll do something different. I hope. I'm going to focus in and try to do, something a little bit different. And maybe that will have an impact. I don't know. I guess I'm getting to the point where I'm starting to ramble, and I don't like to do that. So I'm trying to turn over a new leaf, because I used to do that with my kids a lot when I was talking to them. So recap. You have a seed. And it doesn't produce just one thing. So be careful with what you plant every single day, because it makes a huge difference in the life of someone else. It makes a huge difference in your life, because not only will you get just one back, you're getting multiple back. It's a spiritual law. It's a physical law. It's a law of the universe. What you sow, you will reap, and you won't reap just one, you'll reap multiple. So my challenge is make a difference. Okay? Wake up with a better attitude. Put a smile on your face first thing in the morning. Okay? Change. The power is yours. You can do it. Do it with me. It's what I'm trying to accomplish. So I hope this was helpful. We'll see. Hey, until next time, I appreciate you guys taking the time in a few minutes to watch these. And as always, you know what I'm going to say by now. If you got something good, come on, you got to share it. Share this. See ya.